Part 1. The sky is not for everyone. The morning sky opened like an endless ocean. Golden sunlight spread across the vast fields, slipping through tree branches and reflecting on a narrow stream that curved gently through the green land. The air was fresh, peaceful, a world where every creature seemed to have its place. At the edge of the forest, there was a small nest. Inside that nest lived a sparrow named Silo. Silo was small, short wings, pale grey feathers, unremarkable, not strong, not special, but Silo thought differently. While the other sparrows spent their days pecking seeds, Silo often stood alone on the highest branch he could reach. He didn't look down, he looked up, toward the sky. "Is this all I'm meant to be?" Silo whispered. One morning, the wind blew stronger than usual. The sparrows tucked themselves beneath the leaves. The wind is too strong. It's dangerous. But Silo didn't look down. He looked up, and then a shadow cut across the sky, fast, powerful, majestic, an eagle. It soared so high it nearly touched the sun. Its wings stretched wide, barely flapping, simply gliding as if the sky itself belonged to it. Silo froze. For the first time in his life, he saw something like that. Not just flying, but commanding the sky. How can it fly like that? The other sparrows glanced briefly. "Don't stare, that's not our world. We are sparrows." But Silo didn't look away. He followed the eagle until it disappeared beyond the clouds. And something unfamiliar stirred inside him. Desire. At noon, the sun stood high. "I have a question," Silo said. "Why can't we fly as high as the eagle?" Silence. Then laughter broke out. "Are you serious? A sparrow flying like an eagle? That's ridiculous." One larger sparrow spoke bluntly. "Because you're a sparrow. But it's a bird too. Yes, but it's an eagle. What's the difference?" "Everything." Silo fell silent. But inside his mind, he refused to accept it. "I don't believe it's impossible." That afternoon, Silo stood on a branch higher than usual. He looked down, the ground felt far away. His heart pounded. Then he looked up. The sky, the image of the eagle returned. Fearless Silo took a deep breath, just a little higher. He jumped, his wings flapped hard. He flew, not high, not far, but higher than ever before. Silo landed on another branch, breathing heavily, but his eyes shone brighter. "Okay, I can do this." In the days that followed, Silo began to train. He flew higher, farther. The sparrows grew concerned. "Don't fly that high. It's too dangerous." An old sparrow known as Old Thorn flew over. "You're going the wrong way." Silo looked at him. "I'm just trying to fly better." "No, you're trying to become something you're not." Silo frowned. "Why is that wrong?" Old Thorn didn't answer immediately. "Because every pair of wings is made for a different height." Silo shook his head. "I don't believe that." Old Thorn looked at him, eyes calm, heavy with experience. "Then you will learn another way." Night fell. The sky filled with stars. Silo didn't sleep. He stood on the highest branch, looking up. "I will fly like it. far away, a shadow crossed the moon. The eagle, it flew high. Silent, powerful, Silo watched, and in his eyes there was no more doubt. Only one thing remained: obsession. End of part 1. Morning came, but the sky felt different. It was the same sky, the same wind, the same light stretching across the field. But for Silo, it was no longer just a sky. It was a goal. He stood on the highest branch again, earlier than usual, before the other sparrows had even left the nest. The air was cold, the wind sharper, perfect. Silo closed his eyes. The image of the eagle returned instantly, clear, sharp, unshakable, wings wide, body still, floating, not fighting the wind. I just have to do the same. He stepped forward to the edge. No hesitation this time. He jumped. His wings spread. The wind hit him, harder than before. But he didn't pull back. He pushed forward, flap, flap. Higher, the branch he left behind dropped farther away. The ground felt distant. For a moment it worked. Silo felt it. The lift, the lightness, the illusion. I'm doing it. Then, the wind shifted violently. His body tilted, too fast, too unstable. His wings beat harder, faster, but not correctly. He wasn't gliding. He was fighting it. Silo lost control. His body dropped fast. Too fast. Too fast. But at the last second, he crashed into a lower branch. Hard leaves exploded around him. He clung to the wood, breathing wildly. Alive. Silence. Then you're going to fall one day. Old Thorn, he had been watching. Silo didn't look at him. I almost had it. No, Old Thorn replied calmly. You almost lost it. Silo tightened his grip. You didn't see it. I felt it. Old Thorn moved closer. I saw enough. Silo finally turned. You said every wing has a limit. Yes. Then I'll break mine. Old Thorn didn't react. He simply said, that's not how limits work. Silo looked away. I'm not stopping. Days passed, and Silo didn't stop. He trained harder, longer, higher. He stopped eating with the others, stopped resting, stopped listening. Only one thing remained: the sky and the eagle. He began to change, not physically, but mentally. He no longer saw danger, only distance. He no longer felt fear, only frustration. Every failed attempt wasn't a warning. It was a reason to try again, higher, faster, further. One afternoon, the wind grew strong again, stronger than before. The sparrows stayed low, hidden, careful. Don't fly today. It's too dangerous. Wait until it calms. Silo didn't wait. This is perfect. He climbed higher than ever before. The branch bent slightly under his weight. Below him, nothing but distance. Above him, everything he wanted. He looked out, and there it was. The eagle, closer than before, still far but visible. Real. Silo's breathing slowed. This time, he jumped. The wind slammed into him, violent, unforgiving. But he didn't fight it. He remembered. The eagle didn't flap wildly, it let the wind carry it. Silo spread his wings, held them still. For a moment, everything aligned. The wind lifted him, higher, higher than ever before. The ground disappeared. The trees shrank. The world below became small. Silo's eyes widened. I'm flying. Not like before, not struggling, not falling. For the first time, he felt something close. Not mastery, but imitation. I'm like it. But then a mistake, a small movement, a slight imbalance. His wing tilted just a little, and the wind noticed. Instantly, it shifted, twisted, pulled. Silo's body jerked violently. The balance broke. He flapped. Too fast, too hard. The control was gone. The sky that lifted him now rejected him. He dropped faster than before. The air screamed past him. The ground rushed up. Too fast, too close. Two voices from below. Panicked, distant. Silo flapped desperately, but it wasn't enough. At the last moment, he slammed into a tree. Branches snapped. Leaves scattered. His body bounced. Then he fell and hit the ground. Hard. Silence. The wind continued, as if nothing had happened. The sparrows rushed toward him. Is he alive? Silo, move, please move. Silo didn't move. For a moment, then a breath, shallow, weak. Old Thorn landed beside him. You pushed too far. Silo's eyes slowly opened, blurry, unfocused. I almost made it. Old Thorn looked at him. No, you almost didn't come back. Silence. Silo stared upward. The sky again. The eagle was gone. Only empty blue remained. I was close. Old Thorn didn't answer because he knew Silo wasn't listening anymore. Not to him, not to reason, only to one thing. The idea, I can still do it. His voice was weak, but the obsession stronger than ever. Old Thorn closed his eyes. Then you will fall again. Silo didn't respond, because deep inside he had already decided he wouldn't stop. Even if the sky was never meant for him. End of part 2. The sky was too quiet, not empty, not still, but waiting. Morning light stretched across the field, soft and pale, as if the world itself was holding something back. The wind moved gently through the trees, brushing against leaves, whispering through branches. The sparrows stayed low, closer to the ground, closer to safety. But one of them was already gone. Silo. He stood at the highest point he had ever reached. Not just a branch, not just a tree. A cliff at the edge of the forest, where the land dropped sharply into open air, where nothing stood between him and the sky. Below him a long fall, above him everything he had ever wanted. His body was still sore, wings strained, breathing uneven. But none of that mattered, because today he wasn't testing. He was proving. This is it. His voice was quiet, but certain, no hesitation, no doubt. Behind him, a familiar voice. Silo, Old Thorn. He had followed. Of course he had. "This is where it ends," Old Thorn said. Silo didn't turn. "No, this is where it begins." The wind picked up, stronger now, pulling at Silo's feathers, testing him. Old Thorn stepped closer. "You've already seen what happens. I didn't go far enough." "You went too far." Silo finally turned. His eyes were no longer searching. They were fixed, burning with something that no longer resembled a dream. "If I stop now," he paused, "then I stay small forever." Old Thorn looked at him carefully, and "If you don't stop," silence. The wind roared louder. Silo looked up. The sky, endless, waiting. "Then I won't be small anymore." Old Thorn's voice dropped. "Or you won't be anything at all." The words lingered. For a very brief moment, Silo hesitated. His wings trembled, not from wind, but from fear. But then a shadow passed overhead. The eagle. It soared across the sky, effortless, silent, unshaken by the rising wind. Silo's breath stopped. There it was, the answer, the proof. If it can do it, I can too. Old Thorn closed his eyes. "Then nothing I say matters anymore." Silo stepped forward to the very edge. The cliff dropped into open air. The wind surged upward now, strong, violent, unforgiving, perfect. He spread his wings wide as they could go. He remembered everything. Don't flap too fast, hold steady. Let the wind carry you. He took one final breath and jumped. The world disappeared. For a split second, there was nothing. Then the wind caught him, hard, violently. His body lifted, higher, higher than ever before. The forest shrank beneath him. The ground faded. The cliff vanished. For a moment, he did it. He was in the sky, not falling, not struggling, flying. Silo's eyes widened. I made it. The wind carried him forward, upward. He adjusted slightly, carefully, trying to stay steady. For a brief moment, he felt it. Not imitation, not effort, freedom. I'm like it. But then, reality. The wind changed, not gently, not slowly, violently. A sudden shift, a force too strong, too fast. Silo's wing tilted, just enough. The balance broke, instantly. The lift vanished, the sky rejected him. His body dropped. Not like before. Faster, sharper, final. Silo flapped. Desperately. Too late. The wind tore through him. His wings couldn't hold. His body spun. The sky above him moved away. The ground below him rushed closer. Too fast, too real. In that moment, everything slowed. The sound faded. The wind softened. The world blurred. And for the first time since it began, Silo saw clearly. Not the sky, not the eagle, but himself. Small, fragile, alive. The truth came too late. I was never meant for that height. Thud. The sound was heavy. Final silence followed. The wind moved again, as if nothing had happened. The sparrows gathered slowly. No panic, no noise, just quiet. Old Thorn landed beside him. Silo didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't try again. Old Thorn looked up. The sky remained unchanged. The eagle still soared. Far away, untouched, unaware. Then he looked down at Silo and spoke softly. The sky was never the problem. The wind passed through the field, carrying the lesson. Know who you are, or the fall will teach you. But life slowly returned. The sparrows moved again, quietly, carefully. But something had changed. No one looked at the sky the same way again, and no one ever tried to become the eagle.